Hello, beautiful soul, and welcome back to the channel. If you found your way here today, trust that it's not an accident. Somewhere within you, something is ready to be seen, healed, or released. In this space, we talk about self love, inner healing, and deeper spiritual lessons our relationships come to teach us. So take a deep breath, allow yourself to soften, and know that you are safe here. Today, we are talking about karmic relationships, what they are, why they intertwine so deeply within our lives, and how we begin to free ourselves with grace and self respect. Have you ever felt an intense, almost unexplainable pull towards someone that felt magnetic, fated, and consuming, even when the connection kept hurting you? A relationship where the bond felt deeper than logic, passionate beyond reason, and nearly impossible to release. You may have tried to walk away knowing it wasn't healthy, only to feel drawn back again and again. These relationships often leave us feeling confused, emotionally exhausted, and questioning ourselves. If this feels familiar, you may be experiencing a karmic relationship. Today, I want to speak about what karmic relationships truly are, why they feel so powerful on a soul level, and how we gently but bravely free ourselves from them to reclaim our peace and power. A karmic relationship is not random. It is a soul contract that forms to bring unresolved lessons into our awareness. Karma simply means cause and effect, and karmic relationships arise when they are emotional, energetic, or spiritual patterns that are ready to be healed. These connections often feel instantly familiar, as if you've known the person forever, because they activate old imprints carried through past experiences, ancestral patterns, or even past lives, depending on your belief system. The purpose is not comfort, it is an awakening. Karmic relationships stir the depth of us, triggering old wounds around abandonment, worthiness, control, or sacrifice. They are not punishments sent to break us, but sacred mirrors revealing where we have forgotten ourselves, dimmed our light, or chosen attachment over truth. One of the strongest indicators of a karmic bond is emotional intensity that comes in waves. They are powerful highs that feel euphoric and spiritual, followed by deep lows that feel draining and destabilizing. These relationships often move in cycles, separations, and reunion, conflict and reconciliation, creating the illusion that growth is happening while the same wounds remain unhealed. There is often a trauma bonded quality where the bond is sustained through pain, longing, or survival rather than mutual presence and peace. Over time, you may notice yourself giving more than you receive, ignoring your intuition, or slowly losing your sense of self in an effort to hold the connection together. And even when your soul knows it's time to let go, the fear of release can feel overwhelming. That fear is not love, it is an attachment rooted in an old wound asking to be acknowledged and healed. Karmic relationships enter our lives when we are ready to evolve. They come to awaken us to our value, to help us break cycles passed down through generations, and to teach us the difference between attachment and love. These connections reveal where we have mistaken intensity for intimacy or suffering for devotion. At their core, karmic relationships ask us to stop seeking wholeness outside of ourselves and to remember our inherent worth. Once the lesson has been fully integrated, once the soul no longer needs the mirror, the relationship naturally begins to dissolve. The ending is not a loss, it is a completion. Healing and breaking free from a karmic relationship is an act of deep spiritual devotion to yourself. It begins with acknowledging the lesson rather than resisting it. Gently asking, what is the connection teaching me about my boundaries, my worth, and my relationship with myself? It requires choosing clarity over chemistry, understanding that souls aligned in truth feels calm, not chaotic. Strengthening boundaries become a sacred practice not to punish the either, but to honor your own energy. Reconnecting with yourself through stillness, journaling, meditation, nature, or inner child healing helps you come back to your body and spirit. As you release the bond, it is essential to allow grief without returning to the pain. You are allowed to miss the connection without reopening the wound. Healing does not happen by staying where you were hurt, it happens by choosing your soul over familiarity. Karmic relationships are not mistakes, they are initiation portals into deeper self love and spiritual maturity. If you are walking away from one now, trust that you are not losing love, you are remembering yourself. You are reclaiming your energy, your clarity, and your divine worth. If this resonated with you like this video, share it with someone who may be navigating a similar awakening and subscribe for more soul centered conversation. And I will love to know what lesson did your karmic relationship teach you. As we come to the end of this video, I wanted you to remember this: nothing you experienced in a karmic relationship was wasted. Every tear, every trigger, every lesson served a purpose in your evolution. You were never meant to stay stuck in the pain. You were meant to awaken through it. Healing doesn't mean erasing the past, it means honoring what it taught you and choosing yourself moving forward. If you're in a process of letting go, be gentle with your heart. Growth happens in layers, and if you're doing it the best you can. If this message resonated with you, please take a moment to like this video. It helps this healing reach the souls who needs it most. Share it with someone who may be navigating a similar journey.